At our Rajavaga Reforestation site, our strategy has been very clear and very straightforward. Now, this whole hill is the mountain behind the village down there, the valley down there, and the villagers have their farm, and all these savanna, the grassland, the invasive grass is burned down by the villagers themselves. Not everybody, but there are a few people who does this as a practice. So every year, twice a year, you have this whole hill burned down. So what we thought is that, like I said, water conservation is one of the major aspects of the work we do, and of course biodiversity improvements in terms of flora and fauna. And imagine one forest fire can kill hundreds of thousands of insects, reptiles, birds nests, small mammals, amphibians, and you talk about anything, everything is just burnt down in a matter of hours. This whole hill, because it's so windy and it's so it's really fast that the fire spread. So what we thought is that it's the villagers who does that, a few people, and they just that out of ignorance and sometimes as mistakes, and sometimes to go and fetch forest products, and there are many reasons why they do it. So, but the important thing is, like, when we thought of this hill, we figured out there is a forest down there, a continuous forest patch through a little water stream up there. It's not, it doesn't flow all throughout the year. It's just a, kind of seasonal thing. And that is a continued forest from the village right away, right on top to the hill there, and from there you have the invasive grass covering the whole hill up to here, and then all the way up to there, where again there is another water stream, a small water stream flowing down there, and that forest is also a continued forest right onto the top of the hill and all the way down to the farmlands down there. So we have a continued, two continued forests on the other side, and if somebody burns down this place, it's only this place that's gonna get burned down. Now, by doing the reforestation, what we do is that we make sure that this place won't catch fire. So the forest down there, forest down here, both can slowly expand with its natural regeneration, and we do the assisted regeneration in terms of doing the tree planting here on this almost 50-acre area, but initially we are doing just 25 acres. So half of the will be completed, let's say, within this year, hopefully. And when we do that, we have a complete mountain behind the village that does not catch fire. So that would mean that we are actually increased, and you also have a forest like roughly about a 20-acre forest down there. It's a very rich forest in which only the water springs are there, 2 water springs where people fetch water, like 15 to 20 families or more even get water for both agriculture and for their domestic needs from this little forest patch area. So this whole hill absorbs all the water, seep it down slowly down there, and from the springs you get the water, and you have a good forest that's protecting those springs. And with the addition of roughly about, I would say, 50 acres to that forest and the 2 forests on either side, and covering this whole place with a forest would mean that the water security and the amount of water that these people are getting, which is scared at times, because this area there is tap water given, even if it's a rural area, because there is not much of water in the village down there, but you have the water in this forest. So we are basically enriching the whole place just to make sure that we improve the endemism, we help the wildlife, biodiversity, flora and fauna, and we provide enough food for elephants. We also have leopards here and there, so we also provide food for other monkeys and all of these other species. And also in the meantime, we plant stuff that are beneficial both to humans and wildlife. It's not only for wildlife but also for humans, because it has been a traditional practice that they come to the forest and they fetch forest products. Now, instead of burning the place down, they have their forest products free of charge because of this reforestation when this completes.